Today in crypto, holy cow, Bitcoin has absolutely exploded. What an exciting time to be an investor in this market. Bitcoin is so close to $20,000 right now. It seems like I'm going to have to go out to the shop and get a bottle of champagne to get ready because it feels like it's coming soon. Anyway, with Bitcoin soaring, the question needs to be asked. Should you buy Bitcoin now as it nears its all-time high, or should you wait for a coming dip? Well, I will try to answer that very question in this video. My name is Lark, and this is where you subscribe for all of the hottest and all of the latest happening out here in the wild island of crypto. Also, as a quick reminder, members of the Wealth Mastery newsletter will be receiving this week's issue Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This week, the team and I have just another insanely value-packed investor report for members. I cover ETH 2.0 staking and what your current options are to be able to stake in ETH 2.0. It's actually a lot easier than you may think. I also explore whether or not buying PayPal stock is a good idea right now with their big crypto play that they've just made. Jesse has a report on the new buzzy Pokemon-like NFT game Axie Infinity. This is a really impressive altcoin, so you definitely do not want to miss out on this deep dive analysis. DeFi Dad has a great tutorial for you on using limit orders on decentralized exchanges. The team from APY Finance joins us for an AMA, and just so much more beyond that. Token sales, airdrops, all kinds of stuff. All of that for less than $10 a week, making this one of the most affordable investor reports on the market. So let me and my team save your time and help keep you ahead of the curve in this fast-moving market. You'll find a link down below in the description where you can learn more about becoming a member. Okay, so before I try to answer this question of whether or not it's a good time to buy Bitcoin, I just want to share a few quick charts with you to show you just what an exciting day this has been for Bitcoin. Today, Bitcoin hit $17,833. Now, this is the highest price that Bitcoin has traded at since December 20th, 2017. Wow. In fact, there are right now only 7 days when investors paid more for Bitcoin than today, meaning almost every single Bitcoin holder is in profit right now. The difference is that those 7 days were at the blow-off top of the last bull run. Today is just the beginning of a new bull market cycle. Bitcoin has also hit a new all-time high market cap at $330 billion. And how is that possible, you may ask? Well, quite simply, there is more Bitcoin in existence right now than there was back in 2017. So that makes up the difference there. Anyway, just wow. Bitcoin is at this time only 13% away from hitting a new all-time high. Could do that in one 4-hour candle. Blah! It's buzzy, I love it. So with that being said, should you buy Bitcoin right now, or should you wait? Well, let's discuss the wait thesis first. This current rally is massively overextended. Looking at the RSI on the daily, we have now been in overbought territory for 28 days. I've been talking about this for like 2 weeks though, so we still haven't had a correction based on this metric. By comparison though, the blow off top in 2017 was only overbought for 24 days. The longest RSI overbought run was 31 days at the start of 2017. So yes, sure, we can just keep on mooning forever and ever, but at some point, gravity will catch up with Bitcoin. The only question is, when is that going to happen? The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is in solid greed mode. It has been in greed mode for basically a month now, so that's really showing the sentiment of the market. Here's another bit of food for thought as well. When Bitcoin finally broke past the previous all-time high of $1,185 in early 2017, it then proceeded to dump by a whopping 34%. A lot of bag holders who bought the top wanted out. Their loss, but that's what happened. In fact, From the time of the Bitcoin halving in mid-2016 to the blow-off top in late 2017, there was a total of 6 just massive, painful corrections for Bitcoin where the price dropped by more than 30%. Those were incredible buying opportunities for those brave enough to take them. But even if you had bought the tops right before any of those 6 dumps, you would have still made gains. In fact, if you had bought the top before every single dump in 2017's bull run, you would today be up massively on your Bitcoin investment if you had simply bought and held. Remember, just have that low time preference. You're going to do fine. So long story short, buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin, and buy on the dips if you can. But even if you buy the tops, you're probably still going to be okay, so don't be too hard on yourself if you find yourself in that situation. Just wait. Just wait. Yes, a dip will come. It will likely be dramatic when it does. And when the dip will come, it's really anyone's guess, to be honest. But the more overextended the rally becomes, the more likely it is that it's going to happen sooner than later. Nothing goes straight up forever. So now let's move on to the it's time to buy Bitcoin right frickin' now thesis. This bull run that we are just starting is absolutely one for the record books. It is almost solely being driven by institutional money at this point. Retail is totally asleep on this. And many people are arguing that institutional accumulation has fundamentally changed the game. Well, what if the institutional adoption has actually changed the game? You must consider that these guys, they are playing big games with big money. They do not react like the average retail investor. They can buy and they can hold on multi-year time frames because they're not in any big rush to sell. They are introducing a new type of investing behavior into the market. And do understand that right now you have the chance to buy Bitcoin just as equally as the big money investors do. You are on an equal playing field with these companies like MicroStrategy. You're on an equal playing field with legendary investors like Stan Druckenmiller or Paul Tudor Jones. You guys can buy the same Bitcoin. Hedge funds like Skybridge, you're competing with them for the Bitcoin. You're competing with family offices and the millionaires, and even now central banks. It's on, guys. It's on like Donkey Kong. You gotta get that Bitcoin. Get them all. Get them all. There's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin. Max. A few million have already been lost. The groups that I just mentioned, all those big money guys, they understand that. They understand the exponentiality of that. They will be much stronger hands than the average retail investor that panic sells the second Bitcoin drops by like 2% or 5% or 10%. In effect, what we have right now is a race going on to stake your claim on as much Bitcoin as you can before the elites gobble it all up. The "it's different this time" narrative, it's certainly tempting to believe, and the fact that I'm, really seeing this repeated so often on social media almost makes me feel like a correction is definitely due, as it really exemplifies the kind of irrational exuberance that typifies tops. This is a new paradigm of money kind of stuff. This time it's different. That's exactly what you hear before you see a big old correction. Personally, I expect Bitcoin will have brutal corrections, but we must understand also that the market is undergoing a dramatic and fundamental change with these new participants coming in, and the corrections may not be as deep as we expect them to be, and they may not be as dramatic. So, something to consider for you. The next reason to buy Bitcoin now is that the gates have actually been flung wide open for the herd to come on raging through. The retail mania has not started yet. That's obvious. But the market is uniquely prepared for that mania to happen. Coinbase, 32 million customers. That's a lot. Fidelity, 32 million customers. They sell Bitcoin to their clients. Cash App is selling Bitcoin to its 30 million users. And the big daddy, PayPal, selling to their 346 million customers. Now, in theory, there's only enough Bitcoin for each of the customers of these four services to own 0.04 Bitcoin. In reality, only a small fraction of their customers will ever be able to own even that much, considering all the whales and institutions and all that stuff. We must also remember this. We are now at the beginning of a new major bull cycle. This is not the blow off top that's happening right now. Even if there is a correction coming soon, it's not the blow off top. Bitcoin is going to go to $100,000 and beyond. There is no doubt about that in my mind. The only question is, how long is that going to take? I am personally not afraid to buy Bitcoin at these areas, but I also have the benefit of being someone who has been dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin for a long time now, so it's not as much pressure to FOMO into Bitcoin right now. Dollar cost averaging, it was the perfect strategy for the bear market to get a good stack of Bitcoin. And now it will also do well dollar cost averaging, but actually chunking in larger amounts, maybe up front, and then dollar cost averaging in, it could actually pay off quite well if we're on the cusp of this major bull rally, as we believe we are. Or simply just going in big when we see those big dips come in could also be a solid strategy. Remember the old adage, time in the market is better than just trying to time the market. So just buy your Bitcoin and wait. Don't sell it for like a 10% gain or some BS like that, hoping to buy back lower later on. Just buy it and hold it and wait. Remember, our target is the market cap of gold, which has a $10 trillion market cap. That is a 25x gain from here for Bitcoin in a few years. So buying at 17K or 15K, it won't really make a huge difference. Anyway, those are just my two Satoshis. What do you think? Is buying Bitcoin right now a good idea, or are you waiting for a correction? And if so, what are your price targets? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.